tough love. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you've experienced it. I'm here to say that tough love is never okay. That's the blunt, honest truth. If you have people manipulating you, gaslighting you, just being an asshole, and then justifying their negative, lower, disgusting behavior as tough love to make you stronger, that's not good. You need to cut those people out no matter what. And it's hard to hear because, I'll admit I'm pretty naive. I'm a very light polarity being, meaning I'm very, very joyful and whimsical and childlike in nature. That's pretty much the vast majority of starseeds are like that. Not all of them. There are shadow polarity beings, and it doesn't mean that they're evil, but that's a whole nother topic. I made some videos on that if you guys want to check it out. But the point of this is, the more I delve into the spiritual stuff, I start to find out that a tactic that a lot of these parasitic beings that siphon light workers use is they try to justify what they're doing as tough love. Like, they'll try to say that, oh, yeah, I siphoned you. I was secretly aware the whole time, but it was for your growth. They'll say, if I wasn't there to test you, if I wasn't there to be your adversary, you wouldn't have grown. The reason they say that is so you'll be like, maybe I am. Maybe that's true. And then you start to doubt yourself. You start to forge a bond with them. It's so messed up. They want you to be like, well, maybe it's kind of true. And they want you to actually start viewing them as a somewhat friend or ally so that they can walk over you even more and repeat the same old channel over again. It's so messed up. It's so wrong. And it's not always the case. Like, some of them may have grown up in that, and it's like, say a witch grows up in a family of dark parasitic beings that feed on people, and she was raised in a tough love way. That's all she knows. It's not really. And think about it. If you're surrounded by a bunch of villains, you're probably going to be a villain. You know what I'm saying? So, in that case, they're kind of a victim too. And, those are the people you can maybe forgive if they're really willing to change and grow. But for the most part, I hate to say it, but most of these people will never change. Most of these people actually bank on that part of you that wants to believe in them. They're that messed up. They're that psychotic that they actually want you to start believing in them to the point where you start to forgive them and allow them back in your space again, and they're just going to redo the same thing. It's really, really messed up. And again, some of them may not knowingly do that. Some of them might just be so broken. But the point is, regardless, it's never okay. And I'm here to remind you that you are worth your own boundary to stay away from that. Like, that is never okay. They will try to say that tough love is okay because of this, because of that. Under no circumstance is tough love ever okay. It's just illusion. It's like, I mean, on every single level, from the most extreme spiritual psychotic way to the most baseline 3D example you can think of. Like, all across the board is not okay. And I'm here to remind you that, because you're not crazy and delusional for not feeling it's okay. They want you to think you are. Like, that's the crazy part. So, like, we're here to dismantle that. We're here to dismantle the old ways. That's why we came here on a mission. That's why we have the codes. That's why we have the true light of being, you know? That's why we have an actual moral compass to where we know that's not okay, you know? And yes, we need to respect their growth and believe in them, but believing in them doesn't mean you have to allow them in your space. You can still kind of like hope in your heart that they change. But I'm just going to tell you right now, don't even do that too much, because they'll use that to get to you. They'll know, they'll be like, they'll sense that you're preying on them getting better, and they'll literally self-sabotage in order to break your hope in the universe itself more. That's how deep these people are. So yes, there are infinite realities, infinite possibilities, all good, right? That includes all the bad. There are legit that evil of beings. Like, it's something that we all just have to accept. Like, in the same way that there's infinite realities of love and light, there's infinite realities where stuff's messed up. Look at our Earth. Like, look at our history just a couple hundred years ago, what was going on. That was on this planet. Now imagine the multiverse of madness and how deep you could go with that. Like, it's so messed up. So some of these people, again, you can't really blame them. Some of them were grown into that. Like, imagine a soul that's been trapped in like these lower hell realm prison planets for so long, you know. But that's not an excuse for you to let them in, because what will happen is they'll try to get into your energy as much as they can, and it will soften you. You'll start to become more soft with them. You'll start to almost feel like it's your job to let certain disrespect slide so that you can hold space for them. That's another tactic. Do not fall for that. You'll start to feel like, oh, I can handle it. Like, I can take the punch, right? Kind of like how Naruto, if you guys have watched Naruto, is like, I'll bear all the hate. That's not the way to do it, you know? And then Sasuke at one point even fell into that, where he's like, I'll bear the hate of the world and be the Shadow Hokage or something. That's not the way. Because when you start to let these people into your field and you say, oh, I'll tolerate their negativity in hopes that I can change them, it's gonna eventually chip away at your own boundaries so much, to the point where your boundaries don't mean shit anymore, and it's gonna ripple effect into other areas of your life, and you're gonna start succumbing to anxiety, depression, dissociation, and that is energy siphoning. They're feeding on your light. I hate to say it. So, like, you got light. They literally feed on that because they can't make it themselves. So, yeah. The truth sucks. See, what I'm doing now by talking about how tough love isn't good, I wouldn't consider this tough love. I'm just being, like, I wouldn't consider this tough love. I just want to make that clear. Like, me being blunt with you guys about this. This is just called being blunt. This is actual love. This isn't tough love. That's the difference. So, but yeah, guys, to end on a positive note, I hope that helped. Remember, you, at the end of the day, create your own reality. With time, with healing, with boundaries, you can heal yourself, heal your nervous system, and eventually you can re-script certain people in your life that may have played the role as some of these lower energy, vampiric, parasitic beings. But really, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. I'm gonna just be real, because that gets into attachment, and like part of the journey is learning to move forward, movement. But you can if you really want to, but wait, like, you still need to get away from those people if there's still any in your life. So but again, there's infinite timelines, you know, there's infinite possibilities of good too, but don't let them use that as a tactic to get you to drop your guard again and let them in, and then they'll slowly start chipping away at you again. It's brutal. they're literally brutal about it. Like, they're masters of it. They've been doing this for thousands of years. So anyways, hope this helps. Peace out.